start with the introduction. So what is notch? A notch is a device used for measuring the rate of flow of a liquid through a small channel or a tank. Or notch can be also defined as an opening in the side of a tank or a vessel such that liquid surface in the tank will lie well below the opening. That is known as notch. The notches are classified into different types depending upon the shape of the notch. That is a rectangular notch, triangular notch, trapezoidal notch, and strip notch. Then the discharge over a notch is measured by measuring the head acting over the notch. As water approaches the notch, its surface becomes curved. Therefore, the head over the notch is to be measured at the upstream of the notch where the effect of curvature is minimum. Also, it should be close to the notch so that the loss of energy between head measuring section and the notch is negligible. So in practical, the head over the notch is measured at a distance of 3 to 4 times the maximum head from the notch. So this is how we have to measure the head to calculate the discharge over a notches. Next one, let's start with the experiment. What is the aim of the experiment? That is, the aim of the experiment is to determine the coefficient of discharge for a given rectangular notch. Next, to conduct the experiment or to perform the experiment, we need apparatus that is known as testing details. Yes, first one, we need a notch in an open channel provided with a hook gauge to measure the head over the notch. And then second one, we need a discharge measuring tank fitted with a piezometer and a graduated scale. Then next we need storage tank and centrifugal pump setup, and along with this we need stopwatch to note down the time. So next, come to specification part. So specifications nothing but before going for the conduction, we need to note down the specification part of an equipment. That is, first one you have to note down breadth of rectangular notch, that is L in meters. And after that, you have to note down length of measuring tank, that is in meters. Then you have to note down breadth of measuring tank B, that is in also meters. Then calculate the area of measuring tank by seeing the shape of the measuring tank. If it is a rectangular section, L into B will give area. We calculate the area of the measuring tank. Next one, provision. Provision is nothing but during the conduction of the experiment, you need to follow certain steps. That steps is known as closure. First step, what you have to follow? You have to place the notch under the test at the end of the approach channel in a vertical plane with a sharp edge on the upstream side. Once after placing the notch or after fixing the notch in the vertical plane, the next step, what you have to do? You have to record the geometric shape of the notch. Whether if it is a rectangular notch, note down the breadth of the notch. Then if it is a triangular notch, note down the theta, whether it may be in 60 degree or 90 degree. Next, after that, what you have to do, you have to allow the water in the tank till it just passes over the notch, that is up to crest level. Then by the time make the flow steady, then set up zero gauge. That is known as your H1, initial reading or initial water level reading H1. Once after note down in the H1, start the water supply and record the water level by the gauge when water just passes over the notch. So that is your H2, the final reading, final water level reading. Then difference of H2 minus H1 will give head over the notch in meters. Then after that, what you have to do, collect the water, discharging from the notch in the measuring tank and measure the rise of water level, that is or in the tank for a certain period of time t in seconds. Repeat the above procedure for various discharges by operating the regulating valve. These are the steps you have to follow during the conduction of the experiment. The next, you have to tabulate the readings. Yes, if you are going for 3 trials, mention 3 trials here. Then hook gauge readings, that will be in millimeters. Finally, you have to convert it to meters. This hook gauge reading initially what will go to record, that will be that actually go to main scale plus vernier scale into least count will give the hook gauge reading. Then this H1 is your initial water level reading. This is H2 final water level reading. Then H will represents capital H difference in water levels H2 minus H1. Then this R will represent a rise of water level in the tank for a known time t. That is R, that is in centimeters. Finally, you have to convert it to meters. Then this T will represent small t. This is the time taken for that rise of water level in the measured tank. That is in seconds. You have to note down. So next one. So once after tabulating the results, you have to do calculation. That is nothing but specific and assessment calculations. So first one, you have to calculate the actual discharge. The formula to calculate the actual discharge, that will be equal to AR divided by T, where A will represent area of the measuring tank in millimeter square, or that has to be converted to meter square. Then T will represent time taken for rise of water level in the measuring tank. Then R will represent rise of water level in the measuring tank for a known time T. Then once after calculating actual discharge, you have to calculate theoretical discharge. So theoretical discharge for rectangular notch. These theoretical discharge expressions will be different for different notches. That is depending upon the shape. For triangular notch, we will have different discharge expression. For trapezoidal notch, we'll have a different expression. For steppered notch, we'll have a different expression. Like that, for in our case, we are using rectangular notch. For rectangular notch, theoretical discharge expression will be Q will be equal to 2 by 3 into L into root 2G into h to the power of 3 by 2. So that will be equal to K into h to the power of 3 by 2. K will be replaced by, that is a constant, 2 by third into L into root of root 2G is your Kg value. Then where L will be represents length of the notch, which is measured at the crest. Then H will represents head over the notch in meters. That is H2 minus H1 will gives 8. Then once after calculating actual discharge and theoretical discharge, you substitute in your final quotient of discharge expression. So Q actual to Q theoretical will give CD. So you can, after that, you can tabulate all the readings, the calculated results in the one more time in the tabular column. There is the actual discharge values, you can calculate and keep it here. Then H values, just then keep here. In your theoretical discharge expression values of calculating, you just write here and mention here. Then final CD value for 3 tiles, you just mention here. Then in the result, the quotient at discharge, the average of 3 tile values will going to represent, that is analytically what we going to find. It is a value. If you want to find the graphically the CD value, so you have to float a graph of H versus H to the power of 3 by 2 versus Q actual. Once after plotting the graph, you just take one straight line. So from that linear line, so take one slope. The slope will be given by AB by BC. Once after calculating the slope value, substitute the slope value here divided by K, nothing but constant in the previous step what you have seen for rectangular notch, you will going to get your CD value. So once after getting CD value, that one also you can represent from graphically what is the CD value you are going to get. So this figure, it will represent the front shape of the rectangular notch. See how the head over the notch will going to usually measure. This actually represents head over the notch. H1, H2 will be initial and final water levels. So next one, coming to the Viva question part. So these are the some questions they frequently they'll going to ask, our examiners they'll going to ask these questions. What is a notch? What are the classification of notches? What is end contraction? So what is a weir? How it is different from a notches? Where do you use a weir? Then describe a hook gauge and the point gauge. What is the use of hook gauge or a point gauge? So what are the Indian standards related to the flow measurements? These are the some more questions. Just look at. Yes, then thank you.